It's the spookiest time of year when you record a 20-minute video and realize that there was no audio being recorded. Hey guys, it's Halloween. The spookiest time of the year. Spookiest time of the year, guys. Spookiest time of the year. Especially when you realize that half your equipment is not working. Hey guys. Short intermission here. You might hear some random like bumps and stuff. I think that's from my fat fingers hitting my phone on my desk, so yeah, I only realized it through editing. This is truly the spookiest time of year because every recording I do is scuffed to hell and back. But hey, maybe Big Randy will come to town this year. Yeah, sorry for the intermission. I'll cut back to whatever me was saying a few minutes ago when I cut this into the thing, and this cuts back in. Alright, bye, have fun. Fun. Anyways, Halloween. Fun time of the year. One day before the Christmas season starts and one day of spooky festivities. And you know, Halloween has always held a special place in my heart for the past year, maybe. No, it's been quite special to me over the past couple years of living. It's always a treat to go out with friends, you know, to go trick-or-treating. But recently there has been a couple of questionable tales that have been told, I've heard, of the Christmas spirit. I keep saying Christmas because I'm looking forward to Christmas. Like, you don't understand. Once the November period hits, I will be free. Like, I will have all the time in the world to do most of the things that I want to do. Oh, thank God that caught the Dark Goblin. But I feel like recently the Halloween spirit has slowly died down. Mostly through a lot of things that I've seen online. One of them being the abolishment of trick-or-treating and people now partaking in something called trunk or treat. I don't know the specifics of what trunk and treat is, but I assume it's got something to do with people's cars and a parking lot, and parents being too scared to let their children walk in a neighborhood. Unless you live in the streets of London, where you could get mugged, you know, mugging isn't that uncommon. To be honest, the crime rates have gone up recently everywhere around the world. I don't really know why. Maybe people just want to be bad guys again. Don't ask me, I have no idea. Anyways, as I was saying, Christmas spirit, Halloween spirit has died down quite considerably, you know, over the past few years. Seen a lot of videos of people crying, well, not really crying, but like a lot of discouraged people because they realize that no one's gonna come to their house to take their candy. They don't get to see the children's outfits, and you know, just partake in the Halloween spirit. And on the more mature side of things, I'm not gonna dive too deep into it. Costumes have gotten a bit bolder, I would say, in the sense that certain things have changed. Well, there's also the fact that I forgot what I was gonna say, but there's also the fact that just the Halloween spirit overall has felt a lot more dire over the years. You know, I used to go trick-or-treating as a kid. It was a fun activity. There was also a news article that I saw recently, which, well, not recently, it was a while back, but it was a very funny news article, which I saw, which was, a man went to jail because he wanted to get rid of the greedy kids in the neighborhood who kept taking more than what they should have. So he put a razor blade in the candy bucket, and one kid who reached into his bucket got his hand impaled by a razor blade. You know, it's a fair life lesson to give a kid. Don't be greedy. You know, I think most kids should be taught that lesson. But the man did go to jail, and he, you know, did get a lot of backlash, which I personally don't really agree with, because if there are greedy children, they will grow up to be greedy people. It is not something that they will grow out of, it is something that you have to teach them. And you know, it is something that the Halloween spirit would not condone of. You know, Halloween is a Halloweeny time of year, just like how spooky a Mega Night is. Anyways, as I said, Halloween spirit has died down a bit, but that doesn't mean people can't still celebrate Halloween in other ways, except for like trick-or-treating or raving. I don't know, is that what people do? I'm just as clueless as you are. But like there's a thing that me and my friends do. Every Halloween we get together and we watch a subpar scary movie. Although in recent times I don't really enjoy these movies anymore, because they are very badly directed, the actors aren't the greatest, and the storyline is questionable. Like the new movie Black Phone 2. Yeah, I went and watched that one after work one day. What a treat that was. I don't get why they continued Black Phone. Like, they could have just left it as it was. You know, I get it, it's a cash grab. You can say, money, right? You know, that's money is always the driver behind a lot of these movies. But, you know, let's not hinder the Halloween spirit there. Let me tell you some Halloween stories of my own. One Halloween, my first ever trick-or-treating Halloween, I went out with 2 or 3 friends to go trick-or-treating. Wow, trick-or-treat. Yes. You always have that rush when you go on your first trick-or-treat session, you know. It's always such a fun experience. So, me and some friends went out, and we went trick-or-treating. Subsequently, the first 3 houses I went to gave me 2 apples and a white rabbit. White rabbit as in those white suckers of candy. If you don't know, search it up. I'm pretty sure it'll come up, like white rabbit candy. I'm sure a lot of you have had white rabbit candy before. And I just realized this guy's running Expo. Yeah, anyways. White rabbit candy and a questionable amount of apples. maybe they're in on it. The next store that I went to did not have decorations, in fact. The guy there was a jolly old folk who opened the door after I said trick or treat with my friends, and he said, "If you boys don't get off my property right now, I'm gonna call the cops." Now, I'm no genius here, but I'm pretty sure we were just children who wanted candy. Now, even if you don't have candy, you don't have to act like a deranged lunatic. Maybe he was. If he was, I'm very sorry. I think you should, maybe seek some help. Watch this. Expo prediction. I'm actually a god at this game. Anyways, as I said, the man came out and he was like, "Get off my property before I call the coppers." And naturally, as kids, you would be scared. But there was a rule that we as children, for the first time, did not know, which was you shouldn't knock on houses that don't have Halloween decorations on it, because most of the time they will not have candy, and they will not have the strength to deal with children most of the time, you realize. Get it in, Magic Archer. But most of the time they will not have the strength to deal with children, which this guy obviously didn't. But you know, as time has gone on, I've realized that parents have become more and more paranoid of just letting their children out of their houses because of certain events that might happen to their children, such as abductions, ice cream trucks. I saw a thing the other day which was like I don't quite remember, but it was something about an ice cream truck going around in Florida. I don't know if that was a real story or not, but apparently like over 10 children went missing. I don't think that's real. Like, to be honest, that's probably not real, but it's a funny story. Yeah, that was my first trick or treat experience. Sorry, I'm all over the place. I'm on a 2-day break from work right now, and I'm very happy that I'm free for Halloween, so I can not give children candy and give them apples. Yes, because that's just the type of person I am. I'm the apple man. You know, when you give children apples, how does that make you feel as a parent? Like, if you're a parent and you give children apples, are you like, yes, I'm helping them to make good decisions with their lives? Now, I get it, right? You're a parent and you're trying to look out for some children. And supposedly, yes, children should not be eating so many sweets. You know, if you're a child, don't eat too many sweets or you get diabetes. Not that good for you. Well, it's definitely not good for you. Diabetes is not good for you. And you should not be eating more than 3 pieces of candy a day. You know, any 3 types of candy. I don't care what type of candy it is, but you should not be eating more than 3 pieces of candy a day, because it is not the greatest for you in terms of sugar wise, and you will get a sugar high and you will die. No, you won't die. That was just an exaggeration of what I would think would happen if children overdosed on candy. Anyways, as I was saying, my second trick-or-treat experience is when I started to notice that the Halloween spirit was truly starting to die, as a lot of houses in the neighborhood just stopped putting up decorations. Now keep in mind, this was only 4 years ago, and you know, if the tradition starts dying down, it will eventually die. Like, there is nothing that can stop the tradition from dying once it already starts to die, right? And I think what a lot of people fail to realize is once a lot of these traditions start to die, they never come back. Like, what's a tradition that's died? Oh, I don't really know, because Christmas is still around. What else is still around? Thanksgiving, if anyone really celebrates Thanksgiving. But traditions are like memes. The less they're used, the more they die down, and they just won't ever reach the former peak of what they were. And that's what I realized on my second trick-or-treating run. I realized that, you know, even though you might feel like a child at heart, a lot of things from your childhood will start to perish, and they will presumably die down, and that's just how life works, because everything dies. Sorry to be negative, but this is the Halloween spirit. Yes, it's the Halloween spirit, brodies. Yeah, but anyways, back to the Halloween spirit. I was going to tell a horror story. Well, not really a horror story. It was an experience that I had, which mentally drove me insane. But that's a story I will tell another day, because I don't feel like it today. Yay. Of course he has lightning. You know, guys, Christmas season starts in a day. A day? Yeah, November's tomorrow. October 31st is today. And I just want us all to realize what a happy, happy day this is, especially because Halloween is one of the, you know, more well-known traditions out there, and one that, you know, maybe in the future not as many kids will get to experience the joys of trick-or-treating, or carving a pumpkin, or going to a pumpkin patch, or dressing up, or you get it, the Halloween spirit, guys, the Halloween spirit. But, you know, I don't think it will truly die down. Like, there will always be people out there who will embrace the spirit, kill it, and the spirit will run deep through the minds of the people who want to celebrate it. For example, Santa's dead, guys, but he's still alive within our hearts. You know, when Santa's alive within our hearts, he's still there. And same for Halloween. Big Randy is going to come and be a nice guy to all the children in the neighborhood. Like, Big Randy's just that guy for Halloween. Like, Christmas we got Santa, Halloween we got Big Randy. And then for Easter we got Hugh Jackman. If you get what I mean, you get what I mean. But yeah, Halloween, guys. the most spooky time of the year, especially when you have to record the same video 3 times because all your stuff keeps breaking. Anyways, a regular upload schedule coming soon because work is finally finishing soon. But yeah, if you're watching this video, go out, have some fun, go trick or treat in your neighborhood. You know, where I live, I think the traditions really died down. There's not really. Actually, let me check. Yeah, like the 3 or 4 buildings around me have no decorations at all, and I'm pretty sure my street does not celebrate Halloween. Yeah, so if your street does have decorations, go out, treat yourself or trick yourself. You know, and always look out for those razor blades, because you never know when a razor blade is gonna impale your impale your hand through a bucket when you're too greedy for those sweets. Yeah. Good night, fellows and females. Hope you have a nice Halloween. Christmas season starts tomorrow. Yeah. My voice is killing me. I can't do a high pitch voice anymore, but yes, Halloween is today. Christmas season starts tomorrow. Have fun, guys. I will see you on November 8th or November 7th. Bye bye. Bye bye. Yeah, that's all.